All right. We want to do this brief introduction into Kabbalah. What is Kabbalah? So a lot of folks won't get it twisted. What we're speaking about when we speak about the Ethiopic Kabbalah, or more correctly, Qabala. First of all, they teach us that Kabbalah, according to the Hebrew and the fourth Hebrew of the Ashkenazis, and the Masoretic recession of the true Ethiopic, that is, ancient scriptures and scrolls received by Ezra and Nehemiah during the time of Ezra and Nehemiah, but from the Masoretic means tradition, from the traditions that have been passed down to us from the Pharisaical version of Judaism, Kabbalah is known as some so-called Jewish mysticism. But the root of the matter is that Kabbalah comes from the ancient Shemitic language Qabala, and Qabala means to receive. Plain and simply, straightforwardly and directly, the word Qabala or Kabbalah, mispronounced and translated by the so-called Ashkenazi Jews in the modern fourth version of Hebrew, means the same thing, basically, because the meaning comes from the Ethiopic and the Shemitic, and Kabbalah means to receive. To receive. There are two versions of the Kabbalah. There is the so-called non-ethnic Jewish version of the Kabbalah, and then there is the true Kabbalah, or the Kabbalah of the King of Kings and his Christ, according to the scriptures. So when we look into even the English version of the Bible, and we find the word receive, both in the Old and the New Testaments, and we get to the root language and the Shemitic language and the pure language, the Royal Showan Amharic of the King of Kings, we find that the root word is Qabala or Maqabal, which means to receive. So the question is, who do you receive the teachings of life, or the tree of life, through? Do you receive it through the Jews who call themselves Jews but are not, or through the King of Kings, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Kedamawi, Haile Sellassie, the elect of God, the King of Kings of Ethiopia? For our part, our glory is in the Haile Sellassie the first Bible. Therefore, our teachings on the Ethiopic Kabbalah is from that perspective and that point of view. So Kabbalah, plain and simply, means to receive. And in studying this word, this root word from the Ethiopic, and in connecting the spiritual and metaphysical dots according to the teachings of His Imperial Majesty and the testimony of Jesus Christos Adonenu Yahushua HaMoshiach, do we come to the root of the matter, and do we get the access to the tree of life through the teachings of the true Christ, of Christ Tafari, in his kingly character. Amen.
Shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain.